Greetings, Rajee Narinesingh here. Well, this morning I woke up to some very sad news. My dear friend and fellow trans activist, Ellen Frank, passed away. Oh my God, when I heard the news, all I could do was start crying, and I screamed out her name. I knew she was sick. She actually announced at a recent board meeting that she didn't think she was going to be here much longer, but she still was going to fight. And that was Ellen, I tell you, a true fighter. Um, but I started to think about her life and the way she touched my life. And I couldn't help but to think about a book called Transgender Warrior. I have a copy. This is an excellent book in regards to transgender history and in regards to transgender people in our history that took a stand and helped to make it better and for our transgender movement to move forward. Ellen was truly a transgender warrior. She definitely took a stand, and she has quite a history. I can't even imagine how it was in her day. Ellen is like 2 generations ahead of me, and at that time, being transgender, oh my goodness, there were little to no resources for us, and even the education about transgenderism, it wasn't as advanced as it is now. And in my day, in my generation, it was hard. So I can't even imagine how Ellen felt, having to deal with her transgenderism at that time. I think about transgender warrior and what that means. And I believe that on some level, all of us transgender people are truly warriors, just to have the courage and be able to stand in one's truth against the many odds that us transgender people deal with is being a warrior in itself. When I think about Ellen's life, I just, I think about the fact that Ellen served our country in the United States Armed Services. I think about the fact that Ellen had a family. She was married at one time and has children. I think about the fact that Ellen eventually came to a point in her life that, against many, many odds, and even the threat of losing a lot of what she had built for herself in her life, she took a stand and she came out as transgender. I will miss Ellen very, very much. Her and I think we have a special connection in the sense that we go back a pretty long way. And I remember a particular event with Ellen where I was there, and I happened to be talking about how I try to stay away from crowds, like places that have a lot of people. As an example, a big mall or a big movie theater, that sort of thing, or a festival or a carnival. Places where there are a lot of people, just because of the attention that I often get, and also because of the fear of ignorant people and what might happen. I've had horrible things happen to me, and so I guess it's connected to that whole PTSD thing. And I remember Ellen looked at me and she says, "I don't care. I go wherever I want to go." She says, "I'll go to a mall or to a movie theater or to wherever because I have a right to." And she talked about going to the Sawgrass Mills Mall, which happens to be a humongous mall here in South Florida. And she said she goes and she walks through that mall with her head up high. And I looked at her and I said, wow, Ellen. I said, that takes guts. That takes a lot of courage. And at that point, I didn't even know if I could do something like that. Of course, without freaking out. But that moment touched me, and I never, never, never forgot that. And in times where I happen to be out and about and maybe dealing with ignorant people, negativity, or the looks and stares, whatever it may be, I would remember what Ellen told me. I'm like, you know what? If Ellen can do it, damn it, I can do it. Damn it, I can do it. If Ellen can do it, I can do it. And I never really shared that story, but that's something that definitely meant a lot to me. And I will have that forever from Ellen. I will hold that in my soul forever. Ellen definitely did what she wanted to do. And I'll tell you, even up until the recent times where she was so determined to have her sexual reassignment surgery, and damn it, it was going to get done. And against many, many odds, again, Ellen, again, against many, many odds, you had that surgery done in November. And, you know, in our community, sometimes there are standards that a lot of us, I guess, feel have been put on or forced on our community by society, perpetuated by society, the standard to be quote unquote passable. And you know, all that meant is that you could basically go out and about without people saying, oh my God, look at that, you know, look at that, what's that, you know, that sort of thing. People not necessarily knowing that you're trans, and just being able to go out and about without all of that to have to deal with. And you know, sometimes we trans people don't always live up to that passable label. And Ellen, regardless of what people had to say about her having her surgery, she had that surgery. She got her sexual reassignment surgery. And that's what I think I admire most about Ellen Frank. Ellen stood in her truth, despite what anyone else thought, despite all of the labels and images that many of us feel that we have to live up to. Ellen truly is someone that lived her authentic truth, not feeling bound to, oh, I have to look a certain way, or I have to be a certain way. No, Ellen was just Ellen. Ellen was just Ellen. And I love her so much for that. Although Ellen only lived a few months as a post-op transgender woman, she still accomplished her goal. I will miss Ellen Frank very much. And I express my condolences to her family and to the rest of our community that feel connected to Ellen. Ellen touched a lot of people. All the board members that are feeling her loss in this moment. Ellen, I will miss you. I love you very much. And you will always, always be in my soul. I pray that your spirit resides in God's divine divinity as you soar through eternity, my sister. Rajee Narinesingh loves you. Bye, Ellen. Until we meet again.